Hopefully everything is working fine. A bit too loud, apparently. So reduce the game a little bit. But all right, everyone, welcome. For anyone who's watching out there, can you let us know if you can hear us? Just quickly give us a thumbs up in the comment section, so we can see that you are here with us and you're part of Nerd Night episode 53. Cool. A lot of awesome things happening today. We have a great show planned for everyone. And if you've been following us along, you can tell, or perhaps you already know by now that we're trying to figure out quite a lot of things. One of them being what is it called? OBS and Discord and how all of that works. How do you actually pop out a Discord thingy? I think you can do that here. Cool. I think I've got that here. Nice. I think that's now in the stream. So if anyone wants to be part of this, you can obviously put your comments in the comment section. Tell us what you want to hear. And then just in a couple of minutes, we'll let everyone jump in and we're going to start talking about what the agenda is going to look like today. I'll quickly just put a quick note on Discord to let everyone know that it's happening live now. Nathan, can you confirm that you can hear my voice on YouTube?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Loud and,
Internet stranger.
loud and clear. Yep.
Sweet. Awesome. We are officially getting this thing right. I think it's working. I just need to make sure that I mute myself so it doesn't give feedback audio.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. We are officially getting this thing right. Oh, Long, you might have to disable your YouTube so we don't hear. I don't have to hear my own voice. Yikes. That's scary.
Just turn it off.
Yeah. All right, cool. Nice. Thanks so much, everyone, for jumping along. Yeah, cool. Perfect. That's great. All right, for anyone who's here for the first time, you know how it is. It is Nerd Night episode 53. Yeah, someone needs to give me a soundboard or something, right? Well, I think I do have one.
Yeah, that makes my voice sound a bit weird. It's Nerd Night episode 53. For Long and Nathan, they probably don't
know what that sounds like. They're probably wondering, what is Semi doing? I don't know what voice he's making, but for those on YouTube, I think you can hear that. So thank you so much for jumping on board. We have a pretty awesome show for you guys today. I'm going to run you through what Nerd Night is like. If you haven't been to Nerd Night before, then you are in store for something pretty awesome. So over the last 52 weeks, we've actually been doing Nerd Night, and that had been closed only to those who are part of our Job Ready tracks. Hopefully you understand what I mean by Job Ready tracks, and you've been to our website and you understand what all of that is. But recently, as part of our launch and as part of building the community and really giving back to the community that we rely on as a platform that is essentially delivering cybersecurity training and certification, we want to make sure that we open Nerd Night up to the broader public so that everyone in the world can be part of, experiencing what a real life hack and defend looks like. Some weeks we do mostly attack, other weeks we do mostly defend. But the key thing here is that at Nerd Night, there's no such thing as frowning faces. We are always having fun, and it's great. And we go through a few segments. For those who are new, I'm probably going to walk you through what those segments are. So we go through some quick introduction. And then after the introduction, the first segment is essentially called Trash Talk. And I'll basically be prompting, some topics, and we'll basically just banter and talk about it for a couple of minutes. And then I think there's 3 prompts.
Sorry to interrupt you, mate.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
good.
I'm just going to mute you in Discord because there's a lot of distortion in your voice, and I want to make sure it's not coming through YouTube that way.
Oh yeah, I can actually mute myself directly on there. That's fine. Thank you. Is that better? Well, you won't be able to hear me at all. That's the point, I guess. Yeah. If I mute myself, Nathan, I don't think you can hear me at all.
Yeah.
Unless you listen to it on YouTube, in which case it's delayed.
Yeah, no. For some reason, in Discord, it's really distorted.
Oh, okay. Well, for those online on YouTube, are you guys still hearing me fine? Please let me know if you guys can hear me fine. Everything is going well.
I can hear you fine on YouTube.
All right, cool, awesome. Well, as I was saying before, Nathan kindly interrupted me to make sure that my crispy, beautiful voice is coming clean and fine in his ears. We do the trash talk segment, and then from the trash talk segment, we go on to the threat landscape segment, which is essentially where we tell you guys about latest vulnerabilities in the cybersecurity industry, latest tips and tricks, what is happening in the cyber news realm, what the threat landscape looks like. If there's a new hack or a new cyber breach, we make you aware of that, and we look at news from all over the world. So it's not just one country. This is all over the world. Awesome, cool. So yeah, actually, I think Nathan might need to speak up a little bit so people can hear him, according to what people are saying on YouTube. And then after that, the next segment is actually just basically doing some technical learning. And the key thing here is that with Nerd Night, this is definitely not a rehearsed show where we're basically showing you see how cool we are. The key thing about Nerd Night is that it's an opportunity for us all to learn together. So you are not being shown something that we've tried to do or figured out. We're actually doing this live on the spot. And because of that, we've actually had several occasions where Nerd Night that was supposed to be a 1 hour event had gone on for 3 hours because we're doing live learning and live troubleshooting. So if you're here for the first time, you are in for a show. You are in for the ride. So with that, we actually have some guests in here today. So we have Mr. Nathan Kerner. Nathan, you want to give us a, well, actually, I'll introduce Long as well. So we also have Long. So Long is joining Nerd Night for the first time. Long, I believe it's your first Nerd Night. Is it?
Yeah, this is my first time.
So I guess a lot of this is kind of like new to you. You're like, what is all this thing that Sammy is talking about? So hopefully it's worth it. So everyone online, can you please confirm that you can hear Long as well? I'm just making sure that we've got that setting all correct and done. Before we move on, thumbs up would do. I'll wait for that. But before we actually go through and basically start the show proper, Long, do you want to quickly give us an introduction? Tell us your name. I guess what part of the world you're from, that you've joined Nerd Night today. I think you're probably our special guest today, so I hope you're going to enjoy this. And the third question is obviously, first question is your name. The second question is what part of the world you're from, and then the third question is what is something, I guess obviously hopefully you don't give us your credit card details, but what is one interesting fun fact about you? So if you can do that would be awesome.
Yeah, I will have a hard time thinking about a fun fact about me. But hey, my name is Long. Last name Do. I'm from Vietnam.
Yep.
I've been in threat intelligence for 3 years before I start my master degree in Australia.
Cool.
And yeah.
Oh wait, people cannot see your face.
that's all
I don't know if your camera is
online,
working or not. Just for the sake of the community, are you able to turn your camera on? Sorry.
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, cool. Hopefully,
I have never turned on the camera on this Discord.
Oh, well, you have to click there you go. Perfect. Look at that.
Yeah.
So now everyone can see the face, the awesome face that is Long. Well, I was going to say he's a beautiful man, but I have to be very careful what I say there. But Long, obviously, as you were saying, so you're from Vietnam and you've been doing threat intelligence for 3 years before you even came to Australia. So you're quite experienced in the industry yourself. So continue on from there. So I guess, do you have any fun fact, interesting thing about you?
Maybe the fun fact is I'm not really good at fun facts about myself.
Oh, wow.
This is the testament to how not prepared I am for this.
Well,
tonight.
It's rhythm and pluck, right? The point is, what is the fun in this if people are not actually seeing the raw, unadulterated thing? Like, I don't want to give people a rehearsed show. I want people to see the raw, behind the scene, craziness of what happens at CyLynk and some of the stuff that we're building. But anyways, thanks so much, Lon, for that introduction. Mr. Nathan, I think it's your turn. So tell everyone your name, what part of the world you're from, And also, if you have any fun fact about you, aside from your hacker handle, which changes every now and again, I don't know, like you're known for liquid legs and the Professor Nate, the malware alchemist. What other names? Pastor Nate. Pastor Nate.
Beef
I'm sure.
boots.
Oh my
Beef
goodness.
boots. Mossy bagel. Perfect peanut.
Now he's
Precious
pushing it.
popsicle.
Precious popsicle. All right, just tell everyone your name and essentially, where you've joined Nerd Night today from.
So my name is Nathan, as you heard, and I'm joining today from Antarctica. And
you wish you were in Antarctica.
It's 40 degrees here in Antarctica. It's a desert. Fun fact, and I came here because I was invited by chance.
Okay, guys, just in case you're wondering, all of that was sarcasm, right? I don't even know how to pronounce sarcasm. Seriously, is it sarcasm? Whatever. Who cares? English is my, I don't know, second, first. I have no idea what English is to me, but the fact is some days English just refuses to work. Other days I am flowing in, I'm in the flow and having a lot of fun. But obviously, for those who are wondering, who is this guy that is speaking? Who is this Sammy guy? Well, thank you very much for asking that question. I'm going to quickly switch my camera over. Dude, I'm getting really good at this whole thing. Seriously. I think for those online, they can probably see my camera. So I need to activate that. There you go. So you guys can see my tiny face there. Those on YouTube, GitHub cannot see my face. So I'll turn that back on once I swap over. I've obviously explained to you guys what the segments are. So I think this is a really good place for me to sort of introduce myself and talk about what we're doing at CyLynk. So my name is Sammy Chucks and I'm the CEO and founder of CyLynk. So at CyLynk, we have just a simple mission. We want to train 10 million people by the year 2050, empowering individuals in underserved communities and untapped regions globally with the critical job-ready cybersecurity, and AI and tech skills that are required to defend organization from the threat landscape that is evolving and emerging. So basically, what we offer is basically courses, certifications, and job-ready track, which are job guaranteed, but only for those in Australia at the moment. So our job-ready tracks are job guaranteed for only those in Australia. So if you're watching from maybe say Pakistan, India, Nigeria, whatever it is that you're watching this from, our job-ready tracks is not job guaranteed yet in those regions. And the reason for that is because we want to make sure that we understand the local market before we actually go ahead promising people jobs. So, but we're going to be rolling that job ready tracks across to multiple regions. But with that, I think the very first segment, if I can turn this off for a second, the very first segment is going to be trash talk. All right, okay, so let's do this. Where's that soundboard?
Round one, fight!
Okay, cool. So the first prompt for trash talk today is tabs versus spaces, which is the only correct way. Long, what do you reckon? Tab versus spaces, what do you prefer?
I go with tab in any days.
You're one of those people.
I hate this. Count how many times I have pressed the space button.
You're one of those people that are weird, huh? Nah, it's good. I have no idea what I am, but I'm sure I'm going to share it. Nathan, tab versus spaces, which is the only correct way? I'm not sure if Nathan can hear us. Is my voice gone?
I can hear you.
All right, cool.
Oh, right. I thought it was a direct question to Long. That's why I didn't answer.
Well, I'm pointing it at you now. So tab versus spaces. What is your favorite thing? Do you prefer tabs or you prefer spaces? How do you program? How do you write code? Do you use spaces or to indent, or you use tabs?
Spaces or tabs? I'm gonna go with zeros.
That doesn't work. That's syntax error. That is just syntax error.
Technically, so I'm gonna go with 0x0a.
That's Okay. You mind explaining what you mean by 0x0a, because I am clueless. I have no idea what that is.
It's the hexadecimal notation for new line.
New line. Okay. Perfect.
Ah,
So
actually, that's not what I want.
that's a one.
Yeah, okay, you guys just trash talk about who knows what while I go and look up the hexadecimal notation for something else
space.
that actually
Only
works.
only at Nerd Night. Oh my goodness. All right, cool. For myself, I do prefer tab. It's just a lot easier. Like, like I have no idea who are those people that actually use space for indentation. Seriously, are you guys even alive? Like, do I need to? Yeah,
I
you go.
use 0x20.
0x20.
Do you know what that is?
No, I have no
You know what
idea.
that is?
No.
Space.
Well, wait,
That's
0x20
space.
isn't that the thingy, the percent sign in UTF?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the percentage sign 20 is, the URL encoded version of
Yeah.
the hexadecimal notation for a space.
Oh, well, there you go. So we're going deep already. I'm loving this. All right, for those for those who are watching live, can you quickly tell us what you prefer? Are you a tab person or you a space person? And let the fight begin. This is for round one, so hopefully you don't knock each other out.
Fight!
All right.
Why don't you tell us what you like about tabs?
Well, tabs are beautiful. They're gorgeous.
No, but why should we convince us why we should use tabs? Sweeten the deal.
Sweeten the deal. All right. Look, if you're not Australian,
So tab is like 4 spaces, right? Usually.
yeah. Look,
So and if you use tab all the way, you won't have a problem when for Python interpreter, it's not gonna mess up the thing. It's gonna say like, oh, you're doing both tab and space, and that's not gonna do it. You have to choose one.
yeah. Look,
And
well,
personally, I just don't like pressing a lot of space button. Like,
I know that's exactly what I was gonna say. Efficiency, right? The whole thing
right,
about productivity.
and
So Nathan, if you need me to name this for you, efficiency, productivity, what is it? Just having more time to do awesome stuff, like cooking up a barbecue. By the way, for those who are wondering what a barbecue I'm talking about, you can buy this shirt, Sammy Steakhouse. And Mr. Awesome Nathan got me that shirt.
Actual location.
Well, we need to build the SammySteakhouse.com domain. You can only buy virtual steak. There's no real steak, and then we use the money to buy a steak and cook it in the backyard.
I wouldn't count on that, Sammy. I say we have a random chance where whoever solves Sammy's Steakhouse, they get like a one in a 1,000th or 100,000th chance of getting a discount that they could apply to a steak somewhere. I don't know.
We could
Free
we could
steak.
do that. We could do that. It could literally just be, instead of an Easter egg, it'll be something like I don't know, steak egg. just hide it in.
Chocolate-covered
Yeah.
steak.
Yes. Wait. So did you just say chocolate covered steak? Well, are we gonna go back to this? Seriously?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Are we gonna go back to
absolutely.
this? Long, seriously? This has been a long going battle. Who covers steak with chocolate? Why would you waste a beautifully well made thing with chocolate? Like,
Did you just
seriously.
say egg with chocolate?
Yep.
I know. Isn't it head scratching? Isn't it head scratching? You're like, why would you cover a nicely made steak with chocolate?
You paired the steak with something that is so sweet like chocolate. Yeah, because the sweet taste destroy your kind of palate, right? It mess up everything. You can't really taste anything else but the sweetness.
Nathan, do you have something to wash it down with? Iced tea or something? To make sure you retain your taste buds.
Well, I've heard from some people who've done this experiment, i.e., Guga Foods, that it is one of the tastiest ways you can have a steak.
Guga? Yeah, I think I know him.
Yeah. Anyways,
I don't remember a video where he said that though, but I'm not a professional steak eater.
Well,
You know,
Long, have you actually?
he did an interesting video where he also what was it? He dry aged a steak in mayonnaise,
God, seriously. How
and
did you
people liked it because it made it creamy.
steak? Like, if you cook a steak well, it's already very nice and moist and soft. Like, why add more oil to it? Like, it has original. Like,
He's
have you
that
guys?
guy is like a
Yeah.
researcher in steak, cooking.
Have you guys seen that YouTube meme where I think it's YouTube where these two guys, they're both Italian, and then they basically just go online and watch people that are trying to cook Italian food, and then it's like approved or not approved, and they go not approved.
Oh yeah, and the two guys. Right?
Yeah, the two guys. I think in my case, chocolate covered steak not approved.
Oh, those Italian guys, right? Yes.
All right. The second prompt for the second battle is dark mode versus white mode. What do you prefer?
Round 2. Fight.
I don't think there's any other answer than dark mode.
Oh, seriously. I'm sure there's definitely someone on there online on YouTube right now who's watching this, who genuinely prefers what happened there? Wait, I think I lost my slide. Someone out there genuinely likes a nice white background. So who's that? Can you put that in the chat? Let's see that. Oh, that's back. Who's that person in the chat section? Oh, Andre, I see your comment. I feel steak. Wait, hang on. Not actual steak, but steak as STAKE, and chocolate would be similar. I have no idea what you mean there, but like seriously. Anyways, Andre said, "What's decision of what?" Andre says, "What's decision of my life to eat chocolate and steak together?" Wait, hang on. No. You said, Andre, you're talking about. I've heard that about stinky tofu, and I felt for it, and I tried it. What were you thinking to go eat stinky tofu? Mate, seriously.
That's pretty cool.
Is
the
it
name?
a Chinese food?
Yeah, I think it's probably isn't one of those ones that they let go rotten before you actually cook it. I think it's pretty easy to sort of see from the name that stinky tofu is definitely not something you want to eat. All right? I thought someone would have told you that. It's pretty easy to see that. Not a great idea. Not a great idea. All right. So it seems everyone here really prefers dark mode. You guys have no idea how personal this is for me. So I've got a bit of an eye battle that I'm fighting with my eyeballs at the moment. So one of the things that is super important is making sure that I protect my eyeballs from tiredness and pain. So it's pretty amazing just seeing just seeing what potentially could be done and how you could save your eyes by just having a black background or a dark mode theme. Like I think it was probably somewhere around the 2019, 2020 that every single platform kind of started rolling it out. Before, my eyeballs were basically screaming every single day. So to any person or that developer, whoever that developer that came up with using dark mode, whoever that developer is, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for saving my eyeballs. So I think that's a solid winner. Dark mode is definitely a solid winner. And for the first trash talk topic, it seems tab autocomplete is definitely a winner. I have no idea what Nathan was talking about there. But anyways, with that,
What?
Yeah, I have no. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean by hexadecimal? Like all you have to do is click a button. Why do you have to go learn coding to know how to do something? Do tab or space.
Well, I think
ironically.
space. I think space wins because it has ultimate customizability.
Yeah. But
Okay. Look, thank you so much.
You can customize a space, but you can customize space and generate more spaces, but you can't customize a tab. A tab is a tab.
yeah. I think my preference is specifically in the context of indentation for Python.
Yeah, just better
Otherwise,
efficiency
you have more
overall.
control.
I
Yeah.
have a better question. Why don't
What?
why don't we ask indentation or curly braces?
Oh,
For
well, they're technically not the same thing unless I haven't coded enough to know that you can potentially use indentation for in place of braces, unless you're trying to do something like like code suppression, like you want to write something in one line.
Well, so Python uses indentation for, so that, you can tell what code is being
instead of
executed
you
within
have
a
to
certain
use
block.
curly
Yeah.
bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, languages like C or Java or, C++ or anything else like that use curly braces, and it gives you a lot more flexibility because you can kind of just do whatever you want.
Yeah, I agree.
All
At the
right.
same time,
Internal Stranger said dark mode is the light side. Everything else is falling to the dark side. I have no idea what you're doing there. You're swapping the two things. And then it obviously said that that's why there is a dark mode extension in browsers, but nothing for light mode. So, well, that's because the default is light mode, Internal Stranger. Thanks so much for contributing. All right, look, let's move on quickly. We don't have a lot of time. So for the next segment, someone give me a drum roll. Where's the drum roll? Seriously, where's that drum roll? I hope I find something that actually.
You like my drum roll?
I have no idea.
Today I can't wheelie talk. I just I got a wisp.
Oh yeah, I think I did it. I eventually did it. You guys cannot hear that, so sorry about that. Okay, so for the second segment, that is threat landscape. So for threat landscape, we have two key articles here that I found quite interesting. Looking at the cyber news, hackers news online, and one of them is Linux malware delivered via malicious RAW file name evades antivirus detection. And the other one is Interpol arrest 1,209 cyber criminals across 18 African nations in a global crackdown. By the way, this is not just in Africa. There's multiple other countries as well. But to arrest 1,209 people in Africa, for those who do not know about our Hack for Good project, which is essentially a project that is fighting against cybercrime in Africa, and it's a dual channel awareness program or initiative that is providing awareness into the impact of cybercrime, both for the victim and for the perpetrator. And the second aspect of it, the second aspect of the awareness is the awareness of the opportunity that exists in technology, in tech, in cybersecurity, in AI, that can essentially serve as alternative pathways for people who are at risk of getting into cybercrime, those who are in underserved regions and untapped communities. They can essentially start a career, become a bug bounty hunter, become a penetration tester, a blue teamer, a malware reverse engineer, a threat hunter, or a system admin, a cloud engineer. There's so many avenues that someone could potentially, have a life. So this is one of the ones that we're going to talk about today. So I think a good one to pick is the first one. Long and Nathan, can you guys see me? Can you guys see that? I think you can.
I can see the slide, but
Yeah,
I can't
all right.
see.
You can see the slide. All right, perfect. Okay, I'm just making sure you guys are actually following along. And by the way, Long, this is your first time doing this, so the way this works is basically feel free to jump in once I finish reading the article, and then you can obviously contribute as you see fit. All right. So for the first one here, let's go ahead and take a look at it.
Oh, mate, you're bringing back the all right.
Yeah. Linux malware delivered via malicious RAW file name evades antivirus detection. All right, this one is a bit interesting because the question I asked myself when I saw this was, who on earth still uses antivirus software to protect their system? Well, it turns out the thing that I think one of the things that I actually think that ultimately it is a better thing than what had been previously known or wrongfully believed in the Linux operating system, which is that Linux operating systems don't get infected by malware. Like, do you guys remember that? Like, there was a time when that was like the predominant mindset where everyone basically is just like, oh yeah, just if you get infected by malware or virus or something, so people just go, hey, just go and install Linux. It doesn't get infected by malware. Do you guys remember that, or am I just remembering this wrong?
I'm probably too young when that.
It's so long. You dude, seriously, thanks so much for telling Nathan and I that we're too old.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that at school. People were also saying that about Mac. Oh, everyone, you need to move to Mac because Windows sucks.
Yeah, so
It
this is essentially
doesn't get affected.
Yeah, and this is essentially why when I saw it, I'm like, well, at least some people use antivirus, not for those who don't think antivirus is required altogether. All right, let's dive right in. So this is by Ravi Lakshman. Ravi is a great guy. Like we've seen some articles from Ravi over the last few weeks. He's done some pretty good research. All right, let's begin. Cybersecurity researchers have shed light on a novel attack chain that employs phishing emails to deliver an open source backdoor code V-shell. Oh, it should be small letter V. I don't know why it's capital letter V. Anyways, who cares? The Linux-specific malware infection chain that starts with a spam email with a malicious raw archive file. Trellix researchers Saga Bade said in a technical write-up, which is here. If you want to actually go and read that technical write-up, by the way, quick shout out to Trellix here. Obviously, this is their original work. So this is the infection flow of this malware. So basically how the malware works is someone receives an email with a raw attachment. And the reason this is quite important, interesting, this particular malware is interesting, is that there's actually no executable content inside of it. And you guys will get to see how this works. So the actual raw file has the malicious code executable embedded in its file name. So the malicious file name basically has a bash encoded script in there. And essentially when any program within the Linux operating system tries to reference that file name, it inadvertently references the malicious code, thereby essentially exploiting a validation vulnerability or absence of validation vulnerability. So this is quite in depth, but just going back to the original article because it's a little bit more digest. So the technique the cybersecurity company added takes advantage of a simple yet dangerous pattern commonly observed in shell scripts that arises when file names are evaluated with inadequate sanitization, thereby causing a trivial command like eval or echo to facilitate the execution of arbitrary code. What's more, the technique offers the added advantage of getting around traditional defenses such as antivirus and EDR systems, obviously, which rely quite predominantly on file names or file signatures. Now, it's really important to understand that this would obviously not be a thing for an EDR system. An EDR does not rely on file names to be able to detect threat. It relies on actual execution of code, either in the Linux sub process or in memory, and both for Windows and Linux. So an EDR will probably pick this up pretty easily. But for anyone who obviously does not have an antivirus software, which is a typical predominant thing because of the lie that malware does not affect Linux systems, if you do have an antivirus software, this would essentially evade that and go ahead and run a malicious code, which could easily be a reverse shell, like a bash one-liner reverse shell here that is hosted with ngrok. And this is essentially how a threat actor could basically gain a command shell in your environment and essentially take this vulnerability and turn this vulnerability into a remote code execution vulnerability. So V-shell, which is the name of the vulnerability, is a Go-based remote access tool that has been widely put to use by Chinese hacking groups. By the way, it has nothing to do with China or anything. Just this quick disclaimer there. There are threat actors everywhere in the world. It has no color. It has no braid. In fact, threat actors do not care where they're from, and they don't even care if they speak English or not, because so many deadly malware has been written in other languages before. So including UNC 5174 supporting reverse shell, file operations, process management, port forwarding, and encrypted C2 channel, right? So these are essentially the things that is happening here. So what makes this attack dangerous is that the malware operates entirely in memory, avoiding disk-based detection. Not to mention it can target a wide range of Linux devices or Linux distros, I guess, which obviously Red Hat, Ubuntu is technically a community version of Red Hat, but Fedora, Mint, Linux, and a whole bunch of different ones as well. This analysis highlights a dangerous evolution in Linux malware delivery, where a simple file name embedded in a raw archive can be weaponized to execute arbitrary command, Trellix said. Without having to dig into this, I'm kind of wanting to bring you guys into it. There were a few things that were jumping in my mind, which is, why would anyone send you a RAR file and you want to open it and see what is inside of it? Nathan, what do you reckon about that?
Well, I would want to send you a RAR file because, not just WinRAR, but 7-zip also has the ability to do this. You can configure your .rar or your zip archive to, when someone extracts it, to have a script or something run as soon as it extracts. So I could get a backdoor when you go and unzip my job application that's for some reason in a job application zip archive instead of just a Word document, and then I could just jump into your computer and steal your money. Don't I sound wonderful?
I don't know if we're condoning crime or what, but anyways, Long, let's leave that there. What do you reckon? before YouTube channel bans us, even before we hit 1,000 subscribers, it's like
I
banned.
often send my friend and coworker in document and stuff in RAR format because it's easier to send like an entire folder that way. But yeah, I think Nathan also raised a good point about job application being like a surface for a vector for attacker to send you vulnerable send you the virus and have the code execute on your machine. I think this is a rising trend because since last year I've saw at least like 4 articles about a new attack campaign, using phishing by luring, people looking for a job and applicants.
$200,000 a year USD job. You only need to click this button.
Yeah. And not just people in non-tech. There are also attack on your code software developer.
Yeah.
Basically they send you like I think a GitHub link or
Oh no.
like a project file, and when they opened it, they got the data stolen from them.
Yikes.
Usually
Nathan,
it's just an info stealer, but
Yeah.
it could be something more malicious if it is like a targeted attack.
Yep. Nathan, do you remember? I think there was like a while ago, there was an article we did, which was looking into how threat actors use GitHub to host malware. They essentially upload the malware and then delete the repo, but the URL somehow is still available for someone to download it. So even though there's no record of that file anymore in Discord, sorry, not Discord, GitHub. Just to be clear, GitHub. Even though there's no record of that file anymore in GitHub. Somehow it is still cached. So I don't remember exactly how that worked, but essentially when you click on the button, it actually downloads malware. And the thing is, because it's from GitHub, it evades traditional defenses like any WAF or anything like that. So, Long, is that kind of close to sort of what you're talking about as well?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but not in the sense that they host the malware on GitHub. It's just that's two different cases.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So what exactly happens? Sorry, I think I missed that.
It's just like an info stealer, hidden.
Oh, right. They try to get you to authenticate or something like that. Essentially, credentials. Sort of have a station type thing.
And stealing, yeah.
Yeah, right. That makes perfect sense. This article I definitely found quite interesting because, like obviously, like you guys rightfully said, like at first sight, it looks like something that what dummy is going to fall prey to that. But then you realize that everyday life happens. People are looking for a job. People want one opportunity in life, and then before you know it, like someone might have been fired and they're looking for the next opportunity. And all it takes is someone basically just sending them a message and going on LinkedIn, "Hey, I've got this opportunity in Abu Dhabi or Dubai," and it's paid $250,000 a year. We've got this challenge for you to solve. If you can solve the challenge, we give you the job, and then they send you a raw file, and before you know it, someone has got reverse shell access into your home laptop. Yikes! That sounds very scary. So, anyways,
I mean,
you go.
were you referring like, so when you brought up those GitHub repositories before, were you
Yeah.
referring to those attacks where threat actors would go and infect like legitimate pen testing tools, stick malware in them, and then when people go and clone those repositories, they ignore all the EDR alerts, and they ignore all of the traditional sensors or whatever, because they're going to automatically pick up all of those tools as slash
They
flag
suppose
them
the
as
other tool
malware
is,
anyway.
because it's pen testing tool.
Yeah.
It's something similar to that. Apparently, there's a lot of attack vector. The one I'm talking about is essentially using deleted GitHub repo
GitHub repo.
to host. Well, if I can spell host, malware. Have been spoofed, so people can submit dangerous files. So I think this is one. This was about a year ago. I think this might be. Well, we're going to Reddit, where every single thing in life happens. So hello, I'm not that experienced in coding, so I would like to be asked. Blah 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 blah. GitHub could potentially contain malware. I'm curious about it because of this program. I don't want to click on it. If it's an open source code, some people say it contains Bitcoin miner and keylogger. This is not quite what I'm talking about, because I'm pretty sure this was one of the news. This is from CrowdStrike. Data from deleted. Yeah, this is the one. From deleted GitHub repo may not actually be deleted, and the folks at Microsoft old code. I have no idea what that is trying to say. Researchers at Truffle Security have found and arguably rediscovered that data from deleted GitHub repository, public or private, from deleted copies, forks of repository isn't necessarily deleted. A security researcher with the outfit said in an advisory on Wednesday that being able to access deleted repo data such as API keys represent a security risk. Anyways, we're not going to dig into this rabbit hole. This is turning into a rabbit hole. Stop it. Resist the temptation, Sammy. Resist it. Anyways, I'm looking at the time. We don't quite have a lot of time. I'm going to dive into the next article here. So this one, I'm quickly going to summarize exactly what happened. So this is basically Interpol. For those who do not know, Interpol is basically like the international, crime, agency, like essentially federal police, stations or police organization or law enforcement organizations globally, sort of working together, to detect malicious activity and sort of collaborating with one another, to help, disrupt. Whether that be drug cartels or cybercrime syndicates. And this is actually quite an exciting news for me, but at the same time very sad occurrence, because there's potentially, out of this, there's probably about 90% of them that are young people in Africa who have essentially lost like the access to a good normal life because of cybercrime. And this is essentially costing businesses millions and millions of dollars. So Interpol on Friday announced that authorities from 18 countries across Africa, 18, and this is one of the misconceptions, is that cybercrime in Africa is a Nigerian thing, or because Nigeria is quite popular at it, and there's a lot of them, or it's a Ghana thing, or but 18 countries across Africa have arrested 1,209 cyber criminals who targeted 88,000 victims. Guys, just that is mind-blowing. Think of that for a second. The crackdown recovered $97.4 million USD and dismantled 11,432 malicious infrastructures, underscoring this global reach of cybercrime and the urgent need for cross-border cooperation. And obviously, you guys already know, the work that we're doing here at CyLynk. We think that the best way to solve this issue, this epidemic that is robbing Africa of its talent, is by creating awareness, a two-channel awareness of the impact of cybercrime. And obviously, for those who know my story, haven't been been involved in that lifestyle, I'm not going to go into telling my story today. having been involved or finding myself, entangled in this sort of environment of cybercrime, I could tell you that then we did not even know the impact of our crime. It was just another day on the keyboard at night, chatting with people online and whatnot. So there is a need for impact awareness. There is a need for impact awareness, not only for the victim, which, by the way, that should be a major focus, right? Like, literally within the last 5 years, so many teenagers have committed suicide. A lot of aged people have actually died, because they've been scammed. And some of them have also committed suicide. And this is one of those crimes that is so secretive that someone can kill themselves because of sextortion or, online romance scam or business email compromise, and no one would know about it. It will just be classified as a different situation. Or for those who haven't quite taken the, that treacherous pathway, they just live in perpetual fear and worry. Like, I've met people who think that they've been hacked every single time. They're just paranoid and they have anxiety. And this is essentially one of the impacts to the victim that cybercrime has. And for the perpetrator, which are often young people in Africa, across these multiple countries, Zimbabwe, Ghana, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin Republic, South Africa, literally, there's a lot of them. And by the way, this is not, like I said before, cybercrime is not just an African thing. There's obviously people in Germany, in Singapore, and it is just the fact that there are some bad people in life. Anyways, this story was actually very funny. One of the funny things about the story itself is that they have a Bitcoin mining, scam organization as well, where they basically had have their own power station that they've set up internally. I'm like, who built this sort of power station to mine Bitcoin? What do you guys think about this? I know it's a bit of a touchy subject, so I'm happy for you if you guys don't want to contribute to this one, but this is something that, that needs to be fixed. And this is what we're doing with Hack for Good. And by the way, if you're not already aware, November the 13th, 14th, and 15th that is coming, by God's grace, Hack for Good CTF is happening. Yeah! Well, someone needs to give a hand clap or something. Where is that hand clap thing? Seriously.
A yeehaw?
Yeah, well, yeehaw. That's a
Hell
better. That's
yeah.
a better.
That's it.
Like, I'm worried that I might click something that is stupid again. By the way, I've been known to click weird things before. So, anyways, I'm gonna stick to us using our voice for that. Yeehaw! Hack for Good.
Is that a yeehaw grandma?
It's yeehaw, Hack for Good. So we are having a CTF happening in November this year, and it's going to be pretty awesome. So it's going to be 3 days of purple teaming, awesome CTF. So it's not just red teaming CTF, it's both red and blue, which is what CyLynk is known for. So this is an initiative that is designed to disrupt the cybercrime syndicate that has seen the livelihood and the lives of almost 1,000 young people, because I can guarantee you that 90% of this is probably a bunch of young people in Africa between the ages of 17 to 25 years old. And this is an epidemic that is destroying lives. I've said to a lot of people who say to me, hey, Sammy, why should I care about cybercrime? I'm not doing it. Well, our research at CyLynk has actually shown that even if you don't say anything about cybercrime and you don't do anything about it, the person who's committing the cybercrime is actually robbing you of opportunity. And how this essentially works is that if a business in Australia or a business in the US or a business in, I don't know, in Italy or whatever it is from the world wants to actually start a business or work with people in Africa, they're worried and they're scared that they might actually be working with a cyber criminal. So therefore, there is that opportunity that you would have got, even though you're not a cyber criminal, but because someone else is committing cybercrime, you've lost this opportunity because someone else is essentially tainted the whole continent or tainted the whole country. And I want to be absolutely clear, not everyone in Africa is a cyber criminal, right? So Africa is a continent of almost 1.5 billion people and 1,200 people. You can tell that is nothing, but these are still 1,000 people who should not, have gone down this pathway. For a lot of them that can be rescued, and that is what we're doing with Hack for Good. But anyways, I'm quite happy for you guys to jump in, talk about Hack for Good, or talk about maybe the article itself. And geez, like 1,209 people across 18 countries in Africa. I believe the last time I checked, there's 55 countries in Africa. Can someone correct me in the comment section? Are we still live? I'm not sure if we're still live.
We are still live.
Okay, cool.
Live.
I'm just making sure that this is still working. So Nathan and Long, I'm quite happy for you guys to jump in and what do you guys think about this article? Like, Long, I know obviously you've been part of building the CTF and the challenge. By the way, huge shout out to you. Let's actually clap for Long. Thanks so much for the work that you're doing. Thanks for supporting, the initiative. Where's that hand clap?
Thank you, Apple.
Yeah, seriously. I need to find audience clap. I think, I'm
Sorry,
looking
mate.
for.
I was just responding to one of Alex's comments.
Yeah.
I think it would be great if you read it out.
Oh, this. Okay, absolutely. I was just worried that we might have a lot of time. We might not have a lot of time. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So basically, the crackdown recovered 9.7 million and dismantled. Oh, you guys like my voice.
I think it's a great article. When are we going to get our own power station and our own Bitcoin mining, facility?
You guys love my voice, apparently. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start charging you $1 for it every single time.
Oh yeah, we do. We
Cool.
want to listen to it all day, every day, and even in our dreams.
Wait, hang on, you're crossing the line, mate.
Am I?
All right. The effort is the second phase of ongoing law enforcement initiative called Operation Serengeti. That's a pretty good name, Serengeti, which took place between June and August 2025 to tackle severe crimes like ransomware, online scam, business email compromise, BEC. The first wave of arrests occurred late last year. Among the highlights are the dismantling of 25 cryptocurrency mining centers in Angola, where 60 Chinese nationals were involved in the illicit money making scheme. The crackdown identified 45 illicit power stations, which were confiscated. wait for it, guys.
Wait. How do you confiscate a power station?
I know, that was exactly what I thought as well.
It's like a portable one.
No, have a look at the picture. There's nothing portable about this, Long.
Yeah, because like I have seen like
it's not like a porta potty.
It's like, give me that. All right, cool. Let's keep going. 15 individuals have been arrested in connection with the scheme, and with officials seizing domains, mobile numbers, and bank accounts for further investigation. Also disrupted the Southern African country is a scam center. Disrupted in the Southern African country is a scam center and a suspected human trafficking network. And this is what I keep saying to people, is that cybercrime is literally consuming the young people in Africa, the youth. And this is what Hack for Good, this is what CyLynk is trying to provide an alternative to these people. And this is essentially why our whole revenue model is designed around, providing alternative to cybercrime, providing alternative so that young people don't have to go through what I went through, getting involved with cybercrime. Anyways, I'm going to stop. Internet strangers like pushed back my glasses. All right. Also disrupted, we've read that already. Lastly, law enforcement also tore down a transnational inheritance scam originating in Germany. Seriously. Arresting the primary suspect and confiscating electronic jewelries, cash, and vehicles. Seriously, can someone give me one of these vehicles? The scam is estimated to have cost losses of around $1.6 million. Again, USD. Each Interpol coordinated into operation builds on the last, deepening cooperation, increasing information sharing, and developing investigative skills across member countries. Valdirk El-Quizar, Secretary General of Interpol, said, with more contribution and shared expertise, the result keep growing in scale and impact. The global network is stronger than ever, delivering real outcome and safeguarding victims. Singapore headquarter group IB said it provided circumstantial intelligence on a cryptocurrency investment scam along with infrastructural details associated with the scam and other business email compromise campaigns across the African region. Again, this is bad for Africa. This is not the image we want Africa to have, right? Cybercrime recognizes no border. Its impact is truly global. Again, and at CyLynk and at Hack for Good, we understand the impact, the dire impact, that cybercrime has on the victims and their families. And then we say, may the souls of those who have lost their lives rest in peace. We're probably going to have a minute of silence when we have our official Hack for Good CTF. But for the victims as well, the perpetrators who are often victims themselves as well, this is also life-threatening and life cost changing as well. So countries that participated in the crackdown include Angola, Benin, Cameroon, Chad, Cote d'Ivoire. Don't ask me how I know how to say that. If I wasn't African, I would not have known how to say this. Like we just said, Ivory Coast, Democratic Republic of Congo, Gabon, Ghana, Kenya, Mauritius, Nigeria, Rwanda, Senegal, South Africa, Seychelles, Tanzania, and the United Kingdom, Zambia, and Zimbabwe, right? And this is the key thing. Every single one of these countries are the countries that Hack for Good is going into. The disclosure comes as Nigeria deported 102 foreign nationals, including 16 Chinese and 39 people from the Philippines who were convicted of cybercrime, terrorism, and internet fraud. According to the Country Economic and Financial Crime Commission, the deportees were among 792 suspected cybercriminals arrested in December 2024. Earlier this March, law enforcement authorities in 7 African countries also arrested 306 suspects and confiscated 1,842 devices as part of an international operation codenamed Red Cat that took place between November 2024 and February 2025. So law enforcement is fighting, but one thing I can tell you that the biggest way to disrupt this type of cybercrime syndicate is by awareness, shifting the mind of young people away from this and making it not profitable anymore. So yeah, this is the article. I thought it was a really good one because it really just highlights the importance of Hack for Good and the work that CyLynk is doing. By the way, what do you guys think?
Is it awareness, or is it actually just showing them the consequences?
Well, so it's basically a two-channel awareness. So one awareness is essentially showing the impact and the consequence of cybercrime. The second channel is awareness of the opportunities that exist as alternatives, right? So one of the things that I know for sure in Nigeria is that you can't just go to a young person who's driving a Mercedes G-Wagon, if you know what that is. A young 17-year-old who's gotten the money from illicit or malicious activity or from cybercrime, and tell them to stop being a cyber criminal without actually giving them an alternative. And this is essentially the thing that we're trying to highlight, the awareness of the fact that it's often impossible or really, really hard for these people to change course. And through Hack for Good and through the partnership with CyLynk, we would actually provide access to training, mentorship, counseling. Obviously, the project is still ongoing and we've just started. But again, for those who are listening out there, keep in contact. Watch out for what we're going to be doing. Anyways, I'm just paying attention to the time. We have hit exactly 10 p.m. here in Australia, which is, I believe that would be the 12th hour UTC. And in Nigeria, I believe that would be 3 p.m. And in Ghana, it should be 2 p.m. Don't ask me how I know all of these different time zones. But yeah, all right. Hopefully everyone is excited for the main event of the evening, which is the CTF, right? Thanks so much, everyone, for hanging around. For those who are here. For today, I definitely want us to have a bit of fun with KC7. So if you haven't played KC7 before, yeah, go ahead.
So I actually do have something to show.
Oh, you do have something to show?
I do.
Okay, cool. Nice.
You obviously didn't see my message.
Well, yeah. My apologies. I did not see it.
That's okay.
Let's see.
Alrighty, I will share my amazing screen.
Amazing screen. Give me your screen. Too much ref, mate.
It is the most amazing screen you've ever seen. And
hopefully you guys are having fun so much so far. Long, is this fun or what?
Yeah, it's a nice change of pace. I mean, otherwise I would need negative in my assignment anyway.
I told you did it a break. That was why I'm like, yeah, nah, come have fun with us. All right, Nathan, when you're ready, share.
This is a better alternative.
Yep. So I'm just going to put a link in the chat.
Cool.
I'm looking at a bunch of challenges from Down Under CTF from 2021. And I'm looking at a challenge under the web category called Cowboy World.
Ooh, that's a good name.
So if you want to follow along with what I'm doing, or maybe even actually find the answer before I do, you'll have to git clone this repository, and I'll just share my screen as well. And I think I'll probably actually even stop the Docker image that I've got going, just so I can show people how to actually start this thing.
Cool. Wait, are you sharing your screen already? Because I don't see it. Oh, I need to stop
No, I
sharing.
don't.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's right. So entire screen.
Watch stream. Cool. Look at that beauty. Hang on. How do I make this
So-
bigger? I'm sure there's something I can do to make it bigger. Can you pop it out?
Let's turn off that proxy. Some of this probably doesn't really make a lot of sense to some people, but it will soon after I show people what all of that means. I don't know if there's probably many of us in the room who haven't done an offensive CTF before. So this is the repository. And if you have Git installed already, all you have to do is just type git clone, paste this in, and this will download the repository. And then all you want to do from there, is go and change the directory, or go and open up the command line, go to that directory, and then make your way down web. Oh, okay. Go down to the web directory and the great cowboy world. I feel like Sammy's going to be really excited about this because he was saying yeehaw before.
It was not planned.
It was not planned? Oh, well,
Nah.
there you go. There you have it. So
I want to kind of start my VM, but I can hear my fan. My fan go, like it's screaming to the top of its lungs. So I don't know if I start my Kali, what is going to happen. So I'm just gonna watch.
well, you can install Docker on Windows and then do this with WSL.
Yeah, no, yeah. I do not want to kill this stream, so let's keep going.
Alrighty.
I do need to buy I do need to buy RAM. I'm looking at this RAM from PC Case Gear. It's a two stick 16 gig RAM. So to make my RAM to 32 gig. So I think that would be pretty cool. I'm taking donations for anyone who wants to give me money to buy RAM. It's $150 in case you're wondering.
Are you gonna take like stake donations?
It might not make it to PC Case Gear. That's the problem. I might eat it on the way.
I'm sure you could bargain with them.
Yeah, I probably could. Anyways, let's keep going.
Yep, let's keep going. Yep. So to run Docker, if you're on Linux and whatever, you need to install docker.io, and you need to install. You can either install Docker Compose or Docker Compose v2. So if you just type sudo apt install docker.io, that'll get you the Docker engine.
Nathan, can you zoom in a little bit? Your terminal. I think it's Shift plus.
Shift. Oh, it's not.
I think this is the kind of challenge where they won't give you the source code of the file of the challenge.
Oh, so the challenge is just trying to increase the size of the CLI.
Wait, I think it's either Control Shift plus plus or Shift plus plus. I don't remember which one it is. Try both of them. Yeah, there you go.
Control plus plus.
Okay, there you go. There's nothing wrong
you
with
want it this big?
No, don't overdo it.
Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. How do I? Oh dear. Well, let's just close that. Is that big enough?
Yes, that's good. So
yeah.
let's go.
All right. So where am I? Oh, okay. I've got to go back a few directories. So I want to go to GitHub. I want to go to 2021 web. I want the cowboy world sudo docker compose up. And I want to use the great burp suite. It's really good at burping, and it makes really good noises.
Where's my soundboard for a burp? Although I don't know what I'm gonna get if I search for a burp.
What is the greatest burp you've ever done, Sammy? How many seconds?
You mean a bluey burp? Bluey burp Nutella.
Bluey burp Nutella.
Yes, that's one of the. That's the one of the name of the soundboard I'm looking at right here.
I see now. Ah, do you like that background? That cowboy?
That's just next level pain. Like the amount of distraction that's giving me, my brain can't concentrate on the challenge. Oh no.
I feel like the background is telling us something.
Yeah, it's white, so it means something is hidden behind there. You want to highlight it and see?
That didn't do anything.
No, it didn't do anything.
Page source. There's nay.
Oh, nay. nay.png.
So I'm assuming that's the image.
Yeah, you can probably find it. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Although how is it making that image just appear multiple times on the screen? Is it like pixelating it and then just duplicating it?
Well, if you look at the
repeat.
CSS,
yeah, I can see
repeat.
that. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna assume that let's
log in as admin. This is like seriously. Let's see what happens when you log in as admin. Like what could go wrong? Oh, incorrect password or username.
Let's actually intercept that.
Yep.
Password. And let's send
the world's safest password ever.
The world's safest password. And let's hammer this thing.
Ooh.
Password 1.
Do you want to use repeater?
I
forgot. It's down there.
Yeah.
Usually, I don't think it's gonna be a brute force approach. Usually, for CTF challenge,
anything with a login, I just instantly assume that this has got something to do with the SQL injection.
Yeah.
Or SQL injection or.
We don't want a lot of people to to brute force our infrastructure.
Yeah, because there's barely any infrastructure left. One that I've seen before that is pretty cool is that they've actually somehow made the password field command injection. Like you can literally put command in the password field and it will execute on the OS level. That was a pretty good vulnerability. I think we should have that on Hack for Good CTF.
Do you remember the CVA code?
No, I don't. Yeah, I have to go and find it. It was definitely a vulnerability on the web server itself. So I don't remember what. No, was it Drupal? No, I don't think it's Drupal. Yeah, this was my OSCP days.
Do you have any ideas for me, Mr. Sammy?
What have you tried?
In terms of like.
Well, the one thing I'll probably try is like URL encode that to start with first, because it might be stripping it out. So I think you can Control U to URL encode that in Burp. Yep.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yep. So send
I
that. Let's
learned
see if it does
something.
anything different.
Do I need that for the username as well?
Yeah, it'll
Oh,
probably
okay,
do that
yes.
automatically on the username. So
Oh, actually, I wonder, could it be something like this, where I have to use these for spaces, and then I go,
let's see. Nah.
comment out the rest of the string.
Let's
Maybe
actually
try swap to the the username. Try this payload on the username.
right.
Like because sometimes it's like the way they structure the command could be in reverse.
Well, Long, have you tried like what's your strategy when you're approaching a CTF, like a web CTF? Do you go with Mmap first? Is that your strategy?
Yeah, usually for SQL, if I see a login form, I would try SQL injection, but also I
Well,
would
how do you like? Do you like, I'm just trying to work out for those who are watching. What is the strategy? Because one of the things that I know in cyber is that you can easily feel overwhelmed, right? And obviously, yeah, I can see that Andre.
there's a lot of direction to explore, right? And I think my playbook for this is gonna for web exploit is gonna be like try to check out all the link that is available to you, from the challenge website. See what you can get, what kind of information you can get from the challenge, because usually the challenge writer is gonna plant some hints here and there for you to try, kind of figure it out. It's usually they would not construct it like a guessing game, because it's gonna
Yeah.
feel bad for you, for the
Nathan,
player. And
yeah, Nathan. People online, people are watching. They want you to provide a problem statement. So, what is the problem statement here?
The
Obviously,
problem
aside from
statement is we need to get in.
no, like before that. So obviously, sort of walk us through why this box. Why did you choose it? You know, why are we doing a CTF? You know, as opposed to maybe doing, because I didn't know you had something planned.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
miscommunication on my part. So why did you choose this box, and what are we trying to do? Obviously, helping people prepare for those who have never played a CTF before, helping them prepare for the Hack for Good CTF. That's a really cool thing to do. So, like, is
Well,
there anything in general about what that you can use to introduce this before we actually dive in and start doing the actual lab itself, the actual CTF?
that is a good question. Well, you mentioned recently that we are a
Yeah.
purple teaming platform.
Yes, we
So
are a
what
purple teaming
happen?
platform.
What two colors do you have to combine to get purple?
Red and blue. Yay! Clap for me.
Yeah.
Long.
I know that there is an anime fan in our cohort today, but when you say what kind of color to make purple, I'm instantly think of Jujutsu Kaisen. You can call me Google.
When someone asked me recently about what does red and blue combine, I said brown.
Oh, seriously. Apparently, you did not go to your color classes when in school.
Nope, I didn't.
All right, cool. So, yeah, you go. You keep going.
Yes. Yep. So we are a purple teaming platform. So that means we do both red team and blue team. Yes, in the past we have mainly focused on blue team sort of stuff, but I figured, with the Hack for Good CTF that's coming up, which is going to include a mix of both red and blue team,
and with
based
Nerd
challenges.
Night going public as well, right? Because it was mostly because it was specifically for those who are doing the Jeopardy track, right? So it was
Yep.
kind of situated around people who were actually attending. But now that Nerd Night is public, anyone can watch it, anyone can be part of it. So it'll be a mixture of blue team, red team. So if we do red team today, next week we do blue team, or we can literally just do both. Like, who knows? Internal Stranger, we might actually have a mega Nerd Night today. Like, there's nothing stopping us. Long as like, I've got assignment to do something. I've got assignment to do.
I have. Yeah, it's like anyway. So yeah, may as well hang out with everyone here.
Yeah. So Nathan, tell us why this box? Why did you pick this specific one of all the ones that you were playing with?
So obviously, I had to prepare before,
Yes.
coming and doing this today. And I was looking at, a lot of the boxes from the previous year. So, okay, not 2024 because it's 2025. This is from 2021, but I was looking at boxes from, 1 year earlier, 2020. And I was having a bit of difficulty setting any of them up because they all rely on like kind of like really specific versions of Python and older dependencies, so like older packages, and the actual Docker Docker compose configuration files don't actually list those specific versions, and some of those packages are no longer maintained and actually don't even exist anymore. So like they're actually broken. And so I spent half the day trying to modify them and got somewhere, but just gave up in the end. And this was one of the ones that,
Actually work.
it actually worked, and I didn't have to hardly do anything. So here we are.
Here we are.
And I thought it would be a nice change because up until this point we've been doing like I don't think we've ever actually shown like an actual penetration testing box or anything else like that on stream or
Yeah.
in front of any of the CyLynk learners. Like we've always just done blue team challenges.
Yeah, I guess it depends on whether you classify using what is it, something like showdown as blue teaming or red teaming.
That's kind of in the middle.
I don't know. That's borderline.
You could. It's one of those gray areas where you could use it maliciously or defensively.
Yeah. Anyway, so yes, we've previously just focused on doing blue teaming, labs and challenges, because Nerd Night was obviously for the last 1 year was private and only by invite only. But you guys are getting the show, the greatest show on earth, the greatest cyber security show that has ever happened on a Saturday. Well, Saturday night if you're in Australia. If you're in Australia, I don't know. It's probably like morning if you're in the US right now. So I don't know. The greatest cybersecurity pepper teaming show from the US. Yes, USA.
AUS? AUSA?
Oh, jeez. All right. So, question for Nathan: why not use a box from last year so that everything is relevant? I mean, from a technology point of view.
How is this not relevant? That's what I want to know.
Well, it's just like that meme. It's like I want problems always. That's literally what I have in my mind right now. Alex. Internal Stranger. Nathan chose to do a lab from the previous year because he wants problem. He wants to have a Saturday that is completely consumed by labs that are not working. Now, Nate, we love you, Nathan. Great job, mate. This was a lot of work. I can tell you that putting this together was absolutely painful. Anyways, enough talking. Let's actually hack something. So let's figure out how to actually get into this box. So how I would approach this is why I was asking you Long, is that I probably wouldn't dive in straight away and start using burp. Like what I would probably do first is like, do some manual, like sort of observation of the web app, trying to understand the source HTML, trying to see if there's any potential session cookie, or is there a potential hidden directory for sign up, because you could sign up and this could just be a thing where you sign up and then you see that the actual user ID is user 1, and which is like something like IDOR, right? IDOR vulnerability, and then you change to user 2, or something that you capture a session cookie. That's probably how I would approach this. Again, I'm not quite sure. And then they'll probably like do something like mmap, try to understand.
That's what I said earlier. That
Yeah.
the first thing we need to do, my playbook usually is we need a lot more information to actually solve the challenge.
So Nathan, do you know the solution to this? Do you want to put us? Yeah, Long, you go.
Maybe the solution is that I need to do full URL encoding. So encode the actual ASCII characters as well.
What?
No, I don't think so. It's we're not sure if there is a filter, right? Because we haven't get the website to return some kind of error just yet. So
yeah, that's true.
we can't pinpoint what kind of vulnerabilities we need to do here.
So I think we're probably jumping step 1, step 2. Well, Nathan, do you want to put in Semi's awesome? Because I can see you typing it out.
Well,
or Semi is the greatest bloke ever.
Maybe I was thinking that maybe the username could, be, I don't know, have something to do with his emotions.
With cowboy, yeah.
Yeah. Well, like they've kind of put in the mechanism, for the error where it says username or password, so you don't exactly know which one is wrong, if it's the username or the password.
Nope. No, I don't.
Actually, this looks cool.
Oh wait, Nathan, just sorry, hang on. Have you actually done this before? Do you know what the answer is?
I do, and I've been playing dumb.
Okay, so okay. I'm just making sure. Can you sort of work us through for someone who's obviously, so assuming I'm an absolute noob, I have no idea what I'm doing, right? Can you actually just walk me through?
The level of knowledge.
Yes.
For an average, CTF player.
So I'm an absolute noob. Approach this.
Know something about web development for starter.
Yep, I see. Well, I'm incredibly rusty when it comes to this sort of thing, and this challenge frustrated me so much that I thought maybe I just need to look at the answer. And I was a little bit, shocked to realize that let's actually just say nothing and keep playing dumb. We could go about this in a brute force, like a password brute force or a username brute force or a, so I suppose maybe one of the reasons why I turned to SQL injections so quickly was because, like, if you look in the source, there's like nothing on this page. It's just a little bit of HTML and CSS, and there's nothing to poke.
So yeah, the login form is the only say attack vector for this challenge, right?
And I could see like the favicon, I could see the image or whatever, but like Burp hasn't even really discovered.
To turn to, right?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I mean, so we could potentially do like a directory brute force and see if we can find credentials and files or something like that.
That would be cool. Yeah. Well, what word list are we going to use?
But there's a certain resource that usually appear in a web application, right? To tell the the Google bot what to scrape and what to not scrape.
So what is robot.txt?
Yes.
So let's
So
check.
it
Let's
may
check.
reveal
All right.
something.
robots.txt.
So just a quick one. I feel like people online still I'm kind of lost a bit about, trying to figure out what we're doing. So Internal Stranger, the one thing I'll probably say to you is that obviously as we prepare for the Hack for Good CTF, which is coming up in November, it'd be nice for people to actually know how to play CTF and how to approach problem solving. And one of the things we're doing is we're actually learning on the spot. Where I know I'm learning on the spot, I'm rusty. So this particular challenge is a web-based challenge that all you basically get once you deploy the Docker container. All you get is a web, like a web interface or a web server that is sort of available on port 5000, I believe. So we are basically trying to figure out how do you then bypass this and solve the challenge. And obviously, if you played the CTF before, you know that there's a flag. So if there's a flag, you know that we need to figure out where that flag is located. So one way to find out if the flag is somewhere is by checking for different types of vulnerability, which is often within the OWASP top 10. So we're basically looking through the OWASP top 10 and going, which one of these is likely the vulnerability that is present in this box? Because you got to remember this: every CTF is designed with vulnerability in mind. So it's vulnerable by design, which means there's always something to solve. Now, some might be more hard than others. Some you might have to, do some, vulnerability chaining, which is more advanced ones. But for something like this, it's probably more basic and easy. And you just need to obviously go through, a methodology, which is enumeration, which is both static enumeration and automated enumeration, dynamic. And then from there, you sort of move on to understand the vulnerabilities that exist. And then you move on to exploiting the vulnerability. And then perhaps you might actually get a web shell. And if you get a web shell, or you might dump a database, depending on the vulnerability that exists. And then that's essentially how you can get a credential to log in and do a whole bunch of other things. So right now, we've trying to brute force the username and password form because that's the one thing we see, right? We've looked at the actual HTML code to see if we can find out what is going on there, and we couldn't find anything other than emojis and some basic code there. And what we've decided to do is, because our brute forcing did not work, again, what we've checked already doesn't work. The next step is to actually, sorry?
We've done manual brute forcing. We haven't
Yes.
done automated brute forcing.
Yes. So we've done a manual, basically burp suite, insert URL, whatnot, capture the flag. Capture the traffic or intercept the traffic. That's the right word. And then kind of try to manipulate and change what actually gets sent to the server. So if you think about a web application, right? So there's the front end, which is the client, which is your browser. And then there's the server, which is the actual server, which can be Apache, IIS, Nginx. Is it Nginx? Yeah, there's Nginx. There's a whole bunch of other ones as well. That could be used to host the web server. There's literally so many other web servers out there. Like these are the well-known ones that is out there. So what we're trying to do is something called a directory discovery or directory busting, depending on who you're asking, or directory forcing. You're forcing to see. We're essentially forcing to see if there's any well-known path within the URL that is hidden that we can take a look at to see if there's any information that is secret information that is hidden somewhere that is not easy to find. That's essentially what we're doing right now. And Nathan is downloading a word list that is called seklist.
This is very slow.
It is very slow. It's a massive file. It's 1 point something gig. So, it's a big file. So if you've done any CTF before, the seklist is a really good word list to use. It's basically a combination of different, mutation of usernames and password, both from those passwords and usernames that have been discovered from database data breach dumps online, and all of this is put together to essentially use to to find a way into the application, right? So if we can get a username and password that works, or if we can find something that is secret on the platform by literally just looking around, using a tool like GoBuster or Furf, then that's essentially a good win for us, and then that becomes our initial entry point. So all of this is still enumeration. We're still in the enumeration side of the techniques and and the attack queue chain or whatever it is. Long, what do you reckon about that explanation? Did that do justice to it, or what would you add to it?
Yeah, you make perfect sense. It's just that
Yes, I make perfect sense.
I'm really against making challenge that involve brute forcing.
Yeah, look at that. I'm clapping for myself.
Because it's like a guessing game, right? You have to know.
Yeah, they're so annoying. I really do hate them too. Hate is a strong word, but they're so annoying because you never really know where to start, and you don't even know what word list to use. Like some of them, you have to use something like SAID to create your own word list. Like where do you start? Because I was doing one of the CTFs from Pico CTF, and you had to basically do directory discovery or directory forcing, and then find this file that has a bunch of random text, and then use that to sort of create a mutation, and then use that as a word list to then brute force it. I'm like, oh my goodness, why? This is painful.
Oh.
So, Internet Stranger, let me know if that answers the question.
You're still trying to discover more more part on the web server, right?
So yeah, you should be looking for enum. So there should be not username. You should be looking for enum.
Not username, but enum. Yeah.
Yeah. Is someone messaging on Discord? I can hear the ding dings.
Oh no, that might be me in the command line.
Oh. Yeah, it is definitely you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Actually, no, I want to brute force the... Oh, I can't do that with GoBuster, can I? GoBuster brute forces directories. It doesn't brute force logins.
I think Cyclist also have work list for for path traversal attack of path discovery attack. You can check in fuzzing, I think.
So it's there. Let's try. Oh, right, okay. Empty password. I want to send this to the great intruder. Oh, now I have to remember how to do this.
So wait, aren't we doing directory fuzzing?
I wasn't sure which one to try first, like username brute forcing or directory brute forcing.
Well, I would say directory first because we haven't quite understood what is actually on this application.
Yeah, okay.
But
that's what I would do, at least.
All right, I'm going to follow your instruction because I am the noob at this.
Oh, this is so funny.
I think you should move to another directory. Like check out fuzzing. I think fuzzing have some.
Yeah. Okay.
Something. Yeah.
Fuzzing. Huh. There's a few things in here.
Yeah. We have OS name, PHP magic. Injection.
What do you think looks like a good choice, Mr. Sammy?
Well, I guess big list of naughty strings.
No. I think this is like a list of potential payload for different kind of attack. Maybe try discovery. The other folder.
Yeah, I probably want to find like common directory paths or something.
There should be something there for enum. I'm not sure. Yeah, web content. Go to web content. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, so raft large directories lowercase. Yeah, one of those should do. Jeez, I haven't done anything like this for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. 2007. That's whoa.
Yeah, that is old. Although you'd be surprised, people are still using summer 2020. Because summer 2027.
Is there any other options I need to specify? Oh, threads. That would be probably useful. I might kill my virtual machine if I do more than 10.
And you see
Oh,
that that's
yeah, the
why
URL would help.
brute forcing challenge is not my favorite.
Oh, I hate brute forcing.
Have you checked out the robot text file on the server?
No, that would be a good idea. Great robots. Oops, robot. .txt. Oh my god, why can't I spell? Not found, huh? Oh, right. It's the wrong stupid extension.
Oh,
User
please don't
agent
look.
regular cowboys?
Okay, that's
So,
interesting.
Okay,
And
so
there's a sad EML that is asking us not to look at.
sad. Can I? Let's go and look at the sad email.
Yeah, like you don't have to listen
Oh,
to
wait.
what they say.
Wait, but it says disallow.
It doesn't mean that
But
it's
I
not
don't-
actually. Sorry, Long, you go. I think we're all speaking. Long, what did you say?
Yeah.
I think you got it.
There you go.
I actually
So this
There we
allow
have
is
it.
not like you can't visit it. It's because the robot.txt file is not for the user, it's for the bots, right? It tells the web scraping bot to don't go to this.
Oh, even this is even worse, and especially Nathan, you're reading it on a white background. My eyeballs. Like,
Alright,
were you sent here to do this to me?
let's go to downloads.
Oh, do you have Sublime Text or something? Oh, yes, even better.
Actually, let's just drag and drop the file in here.
By the way, if anyone has any questions, feel free to put that in the. Feel free to put that in the comment section. Yes, we are using Discord to stream. Because I figured it was a bit daggy the last time we tried Microsoft Teams. It was a bit weird. Although I don't know how to make your stream. Like, there's probably a way that I can change the way this is grade. Make it grade. No, that's not what I want. Show no video.
But GW Gmail. I like that the subject line is a sad face. Down under CTF 2 sad cowboys at everyone.com. Everyone says yeehaw, but never ha yee. Sad face. That's why a sad cowboy is only allowed to go on to
that's a username.
Yeah, that's the username.
That's a username. long, your face is like, what?
I put that in intruder, and I don't want it in intruder.
Well, also
So,
when he says everyone says yeehaw, not yahi. What if yahi is the password too? That would literally be the most insane thing ever. No, yahi, yahi.
No one says ha ye.
Yeah, so ha ye. That's what I mean.
Come on, dang it. So you actually had the right way of thinking about it. Go and do some enumeration. Nope.
Someone just made a very good joke. Guys, what do you think about this? Is a ram better than a steak?
Oh, hey, look at that.
We get an error.
Yeah, finally.
Internal error.
Okay,
So
we're starting somewhere.
Let's fix up this.
Nathan, next time, please don't start brute forcing something, where we have no idea what we're doing.
For the audience,
Yeah.
you might find strange that why we're jumping at an
Why
error.
are we brute forcing something? Anyway, so
Which
Nathan, do you want to explain what that error is?
Well,
Uh,
it means that something bad has happened, and it's likely because of the database on the other side doesn't like the syntax we've provided to it, which
I'm
sort of
really
says to
trying
me that it's possibly not MySQL, and it might not be MSQL because the syntax MySQL uses hashes for comments. I think MSQL uses backslashes or forward slashes, whatever those are. I don't know about SQLite uses dashes. Oh, there you go.
Oh, wait a minute. That's the flag.
It is.
it is.
Look,
What?
ha ye. No one says ha ye.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. That was a pretty simple challenge. I don't know why we made it more complicated than it was supposed to be. Literally, my brain is spinning. I'm like, wait.
I just wanted to put on a show.
Your show was very well received. Ha he. Yeah, he.
Let's just go and see it for real now. There you go.
Nice. Look at that. Now we can chuck that
Aye.
flag. Guys, this is what you can expect to see at Hack for Good CTF that is coming up. Guys, have you actually seen the website that I put together using AI? Like the temporary website for Hack for Good? I'm sure when some people are going to be watching this stream, it would have actually changed. Nathan, do you want to check out hackforgood.org so people can see the temporary website that I built for it?
I wasn't aware it was actually up.
Yeah, I put something together for it earlier this week.
Okay, so how do you spell it? Is
it the same one? The same one you're going? No. Abrave.
Abrave? Like this? Hack? Oh, 4.
Yeah.
G?
Yep, that would be nice. Thank you very much. Look at my masterful web development skills, guys. Yeah.
It's very slow.
Well, don't blame my website. Blame your RAM. What do you mean? Don't insult my website.
Very, very, very nice. So, let's see. How did you put this together? I'm looking for WP because I suspect this is WordPress.
No, it's not.
Hostinger? Suspicious.
Suspicious.
Very suspicious.
Mm-hmm. Why are you trying to hack into Hack for Good website live on air, Nathan?
I'm not hacking into it. I'm just interested to know what's running in the back end,
Do you want to live up to your name? The malware alchemist? Please don't.
I think it's WordPress. Am I right?
No, it's not.
Oh, what is it?
You literally just saw it there. I used an AI website builder thing, and yeah. So I didn't have to use WordPress for it. So it's not on WordPress.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it just HTML and CSS?
It's just
There's
HTML
no
and
server-
CSS.
There's no server.
behind
So you put on a front. That's false advertising.
Yes. Well, for anyone who's wondering, by the way, we're looking for what is it? Challenge builders. So if you want to be part of building Hack for Good and making a difference globally where it matters, definitely reach out to me. You can send an email to, well, I should create an email for this now that I'm saying it. Volunteer at Hack for Good. So HCK4G.org. so that you can actually join the mission and help disrupt global cybercrime syndicates, one hack for good at a time. I think we've kind of been going for a while. I think it's probably about time we kind of start bringing the stream to an end. Look,
Yeah.
I'm kind of keen to
Maybe.
get your opinion of the stream today. Long, what do you think? Are you mute?
Is Long actually talking, or is he?
No, I'm not talking at all. Are you talking?
Yeah, I was asking you what do you think about the stream today?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. I have a good time. Although I don't say much, but yeah, I enjoyed tonight.
That's because we're this I was gonna say this virgining you, but that's more like this hacking you, or I don't know, this nerd nighting you. It's your first time. I'm sure that by the next time you come, you will no longer be shy. But like, we did put up a really good show, guys. You know, those who are watching this, if you reckon we put up a good show, do not forget to smash that subscribe button. Like the video. So far, we have 2 likes for this video. We want to see 1,000 likes for this video. And if you know anyone who would benefit from, just learning how to do some weird, nerdy, awesome, delicious mushroom on hack, stuff like Nerd Night, definitely do not forget to share it. Before we kind of conclude on, Nathan, what do you reckon? How cool was today?
Are you asking me about the forecast or what I thought?
No. The stream today. What do you reckon? How was it?
I think it was pretty awesome. I think I need to work on my listening skills.
Well, don't we all? That we are. For those who are watching online, do you have any feedback? If you do, don't forget to obviously DM us in. You guys know the Eratum channel in Discord. You can actually add your feedback in there. It's like, Sammy, you need a haircut, or Sammy, read more often. We like your voice; it's soothing. Or you'd be like, Sammy, can I get a voice recording of your voice, like a recording of your voice, so I can sleep with it at night? And that's where I was like, that's borderline weird now. Why do you need my voice to sleep at night? But anyways, hopefully we've put together a really good show. Just to quickly recap, we obviously went through the introduction. Long being our guest speaker today, or guest appearance for today. And like I told you guys, we're going to continue to bring in really good people, cybersecurity experts from the community, those who are going to be sharing their knowledge. And we're also going to be doing insight from an ex, sometimes as part of the Nerd Night event. We also do have a few pretty awesome and cool things that are coming up in the future as well. So if there's anything that you think we should improve on, definitely feel free to send it through. This is just the beginning. We're just getting started. Nathan, I'm going to steal the share again from you if you don't mind.
Go for it.
And share entire screen. Yes, that's what I want. And this. Perfect. So yeah, look, if you loved it, please don't forget to put that in the in the comment section, and obviously don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to reshare this on YouTube, on LinkedIn as well. So this video is going to be available for anyone to rewatch it later. Thanks so much for participating. In case you're wondering, what is this CyLynk.com? And if you've visited CyLynk.com already, you know what we are about. We are a cybersecurity platform that focuses on developing and providing job-ready first cybersecurity technical training, hands-on training that is good for both beginners, veterans, professionals, and those who are obviously advancing their career. So if you're wanting to break into the cybersecurity industry, or you're thinking of getting ahead in cybersecurity, we can help you gain an edge. And the best part is, when you get an edge with us, you also give an edge. So you can obviously hear about our impact project, Hack for Good being one of them, and Equip 360 being another one. So when we sell certifications, when we sell courses, when we sell job-ready tracks, the proceeds and some of the revenue from that is actually going to sponsor all of the project that we're doing in Africa, in Fiji, in Papua New Guinea, in local Australia, in the local community here in Australia, and different parts of the world that we're going to be expanding into as well. So I guess from the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of myself and my whole team, here at CyLynk, we want to thank you for tuning in. We know that this is our early days, and this is the beginning of something pretty fun and pretty awesome. So hopefully you don't lose interest. And if there's something you do not like, remotely do not like, maybe it's Nathan's weird laugh or something. I don't know if you don't like it. No, I'm just joking. Whatever it is that you don't like, please let us know so we can improve on it. With that, look, do you guys have any final words? Long, would you recommend Nerd Night to someone, and would you come next time? Did I lose you guys?
For me, or
No. I was asking Long if you would recommend Nerd Night, or if it would appear next time again.
I can't hear that part. Yeah,
the audio's going
voice
out for
is
us.
gone. Yeah, it's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, literally, I don't think we're going to use Discord next time, or we have to pay for Discord, Pro.
Well, so like the strange thing is, like, the audio is going out for me and Long, but we can hear you fine on YouTube.
Yeah, that's because YouTube. That's because
Yeah,
Discord is
YouTube
acting up.
because I don't want to, because I'm not using a headset,
All
so
right.
the audio would comes out and then come into the microphone.
Well, I guess that's one thing that we need to be better at overall. Guys, you obviously know that we've spent a lot of money. One of this being, we've bought really nice microphones, and there's a whole bunch of things that we're doing.
I think it's Discord. Maybe next time you can use OBS to stream, and yeah, we could still hold the call, through Discord, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm
not
actually streaming via OBS, so those online are hearing it fine. So we are streaming via OBS. Obviously, there's a few other things that we're going to be doing. We're actually going to be getting another streaming software. Anyways, Long, would you recommend Nerd Night to someone else, and would you come next time?
Yeah, definitely, and maybe I can invite some of my peers from Duca as well.
Cool, that would be awesome. And for those who do not know what Duca is Deakin University Information Security Club, I believe. And the guys there, they do a great job. By the way, shout out to Ryan and his team, and and also those guys at DISC, University of I believe Monash University, right? That's DISC. And RMIT guys as well. Shout out those to go all of the guys that are fighting hard and working hard and studying to break into cyber. CyLynk is here. We've got you. Come to us. Come sign up to our job ready tracks, which obviously work as it also serves as a technical learning internship. And the best part, they're job guaranteed, so you don't have to worry. Let us deal with your pain and your worries about getting a job. If you're looking for an internship, CyLynk can provide that as a technical learning internship. And the best part is it's job guaranteed, and you would also get relevant industry certifications and receive one-on-one coaching with one of our cybersecurity experts. If you're wondering who are all these experts, is it just Semi and Nathan? No. We actually have some pretty cool people in here. So we have CISOs, we have people in Australia, people overseas. If you go to our platform and you go to About Us and you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see the list of our coaches and mentors. So you can see that we have a full house. We're really well known, very popular cybersecurity experts from all over the world who are obviously helping coach people and provide mentorship on our platform. So yeah, absolutely. With that, I want to thank you everyone for jumping in today. It's been an incredible experience. Actually just learning alongside everyone, and going back to poke at my offensive security side of the fence. But with that, look, we really appreciate having you guys. It was really, really awesome. I want to say thank you so much for watching. It was really, really awesome, and we're going to continue to make Nerd Night fun, Nerd Night awesome, and we're going to keep improving it. And if you know anyone that should be invited to Nerd Night, don't forget to obviously send them the link next week, or send them the link for the recorded session that will be available on YouTube as well. With that, thank you.